Yeah, welcome everybody. This is the first break, and it's Oliver Ruuger that broke the balls. He won the lag. He's playing Josh Roberts. I am your host, Scott Frost. We are at the International One Pocket Championship on Railbirds TV. It's a race to 3. The first person to make 8 of any balls in their designated pocket, and Josh is in the lower right, wins the rack. Alternate break, 3 foul rule is in effect. No jump cues allowed unless you're using your playing cue. Whoever is in the lead after 3 hours will win the match. That has not come up yet. And if each player happens to 0-1, it is a wash. As I mentioned, Josh's pocket in the lower right. Is he eyeing down the 14? Or is he looking at something else? Looking to kick and stick the 2 out. He'd love to move something to his side, even over towards the right side pocket. Figured he might smack that a little harder, but he didn't probably feel like losing the cue ball. If you're curious who Oliver is, he's out of California, and I believe he's a 723, so he can dab it a little bit. I'm wondering if he can just sweep both of those balls out by shooting basically straight into the 8. The 8 will 2-rail out, the 5 will go up table. Okay, you can get at the 4, excuse me. That's very well done. Yeah, just due to where the 6 and 2 lay, I don't know if he's interested in playing the 5 into the back of the 4 or something like that, and kind of tucking to the stack, or if he can go forward. Looks like he's trying to sweep with the 5. I think it turned out okay where the 7 is. Just cut the cue ball off of the 6 and 2, I believe.
Ready to go. Glad to see everybody here. Feel free to move around even closer to the camera. And we got a celebrity in the house. You guys, boys. Jack Nicholson, thank you so much for being here. If you'd like to get his autograph, I'm sure with $5, $10, maybe a picture. Not to be confused with Jack Nicholson.
Well, he's acting like he can get to this 6 ball, so that could be devastating for Roberts. Oh, nicely played, too. Really good touch to the 7. I'm not extremely familiar. I apologize with Oliver's game. But from what I'm seeing so far, I love the way he dresses the cue ball. Like his pace around the table. Seems to be a very tall fella. Typically, tall guys aren't the best with this tool. Well, I can promise he's better than I am at it. He made the ball. And looking good here. Just back and forth. On the 6, he'd love to finish somewhere center table, just below the sides. If he feels comfortable drifting it in, he can do that as well. Just got to feel a little bit more comfortable playing it that way. Yeah, the cue ball kind of dropped down on him there. Yeah, there's a little risk to playing this combination. Yeah, can he play the 1? Okay. This is dangerous. He's got to hit it real sweet. I'm a little surprised if he was going to play that he didn't draw it back. You got to think Josh is chopping at the 8. Might see the bridge twice in one rack, or twice quickly, actually, so it's not common. He doesn't like the 8. I'm surprised. There's a big benefit to it. I would assume he ends up with the bridge playing the 8. I just feel, there's a huge reward. Just go up and down between the 9 and 14. You're guaranteed position. Nine-foot diamond table, 4.5-inch pockets. This is a blue label. Simona's 860 Tour Blue with the aramith balls. Yeah, you might want to put a pinch of inside on it, but I don't know about his bridge game either. Easy to catch it just a little fat. Perfect. Would like an angle. It's got a lot of distance. Actually did catch it a little fat. That's the reason the cue ball died down. Obviously could have hit it a bit firmer, but if he plays it to the top side of the pocket, I think he gets a lot more out of the cue ball there. It's got a slight angle. Where do you go here? You could play to stop on the 11. You could try to drop up to the stripe up top. He just cinched it. I can't fault him. Very experienced player. Tournament game, in my opinion, has always been a little bit better than his money game. It's done a lot of damage in tournaments, Josh Roberts. Really doesn't have a big weakness in the game. Knows every aspect of it. Typically you'll find a weakness here or there in a player, but Josh is well-rounded. Is he going to go up table with this? With the cue ball here? Yeah, just a little firm. I felt like he could hit it thinner and just lay the cue ball directly up top and get that 12 ball closer to his pocket. couple of interesting decisions by Oliver. Not against what he did there. He opened everything up. But the combination he played to get Josh back in this game was a little questionable. Is he looking at the 5 off the 1, laying the cue ball down? I don't know. If you can get a piece of this 5, the only ball really you have to defend against is the 15 up there. Just past the left side pocket. Like to be able to draw this ball. Catch it a little thinner. Yeah, very, very good. Too good for a town the size of St. Augustine. And that's where we are, St. Augustine, Florida. To be fair, it's a little cold-blooded there. Yeah, I get that he was going to have distance. But if he would have buried the 11, it was over. Did he leave Josh an actual look here? Well, I believe he has. Clearly. Josh looking to probably just tuck the cue ball 1 rail back up top. He's overcut it. But it's going to apply some heat. No question. Fundamentals look very good for Oliver. Surprised he's not playing the 15 here. He's closer to it. Easier to judge, but never mind. Really sets up over the ball well. Playing for 3, and this should do it. So he holds serve, or it looks like he will hold serve. Yeah, very well done. Oliver Ruuger leading 1-0. Neither player have a loss. In my opinion, one of the best breakers from more towards the center or on fresh cloth is Josh Roberts. Really digs into the cue ball very well from out there, where a lot of guys have an issue with that higher inside ball. $10,000 added, $300 entry fee. Not a bad tournament at all. Did he feather? It looked like he caught a piece of the 3 there. And we're in round 6. There's only 11 players left. They are doing a Derby format, or Derby City Classic format, where they redraw every round. You could potentially play the same player 3 times in a row. To be honest, I don't know that that's ever happened. But there's 11 players left. Justin Hall got the bye. That's overcooked. So one thing I've noticed is with Josh over the years, when he does make a mistake, and I know we talk about this a lot, but it just seems to be the most common mistake, his pace gets a little quicker. Josh is a real confident player, very quick-paced player, but as he goes, sometimes he gets a bit quicker with the swing, the pace around the table, everything. And sometimes he'll just make that odd mistake that you don't expect. And that's very common with a lot of us. But it is the difference. You see a guy who goes through the same routine over and over and over, like Shane Van Boning or Fedor Gorst or Aloysius Yap. These guys don't make those mistakes due to their routines. I should say they don't make them as much. Notice that ball, how straight it come off. I've touched on that previous matches. So the rails, even though we're on fresh cloth, the rails biting very well due to obviously a little bit of moisture in the room. It's a bigger room. I think bigger rooms contain a little bit more moisture. Well, I don't think. From experience, that's what I've recognized. I was wondering if that shot was on. Very, very good. I love it. Great hit there. Never trying to make this ball. He was always playing the cue ball. One rail into the pile. And we are seeing why Oliver Ruuger is in the final 11 without a loss. And that's a foul. So things getting reversed rather quickly. Roberts owes 2. Yeah, I think you can just come off this 4 and get him up in behind the 7 and 10. Did he get there? I kind of like a little bit more of a thin hit on the 4 there and getting real confident up into the back of the 7 with a bit more pace. So there's value to swerving around this if you can. He knows it. Kick in the back of the 15. Aims a little bit high, then goes low. Not quite like Fedor Gorst, who does also aim more center high, and then goes directly low on the final swing. Looking at the 2-railer on the 12, I don't hate it, but is there more value in ensuring protection on the 15 than taking a swing at this? It's obviously preference. Yeah, and I actually like the 12. I think it's okay. You just do not want to catch a piece of the 11. Okay, that's kind of what I was talking about. I actually like what he did there, really protecting the 15. Go ahead and let Josh kick out of it if he wants. He's going to use some speed here. Could have been worse. Very good. Little bit of a tricky bank here because you really just kind of want to hit this with a low outside ball. Is he just going forward? I think he's going to draw this. Wow. He tried to come all the way around. I thought he was going to drag it with a low outside. Would have had position, though, if he did get it down. He's going to lose position now, I believe. Big time. It's kind of why I like the distance on that bank, just leaving Josh up top. He's found himself in a bit of a pickle here. I look at the top right corner. I mean, they're way up there. You just take the chance here. He must feel good about this. I think he double hit that. Maybe not. I guess he did not. No contest from Josh. Boy, it looked like even there it did, but maybe it just hopped. You've got to shoot the one here. Even if the one comes back to Josh's side, it's more valuable sticking him on top there than going to that stripe in the upper right. I don't like the stripe in the upper right now. For a couple of reasons. I think the combination on the 5, playing it free if he rolls to that stripe in the upper right. Josh could get down here behind the 12. The 5's a big ball, so the combination, even though it looks incredibly tough on 4.5-inch pockets, it's very doable. Especially when you don't have a lot of pressure on yourself and you can kind of play it free behind the 12. So I think the 1 is the option. Gonna move the 5 here, or just roll up on it. I don't mind it. I really don't. He's now made the 5 a little bit tougher with the stripe. Took a peek at the 2-railer on Old Orange. Yeah, so Oliver must have recognized this is a pretty funny angle where he ended up with the cue ball. Oh, real good hit. Very, very good hit there. Now the upper right really not available. You might be able to cross the 12 here just to get yourself out of a jam. You just got to know that that ball's going to turn because you're so close to it. Cue ball's never going to release. It's going to act like a knuckleball going into the 12, and when that happens, it's more of a heavy hit, and it's going to turn that ball a lot more. So you want to cut that cross corner more than you think. We're just talking fractions, but you still want to cut it more than you think. I don't think he's going to entertain it. I would consider it. And I continue to reference this, but on 4.5-inch pockets, I would really consider it. Because you know if you get it close, it's typically going to slurp in. And it can get you out of a big trick Yeah, does he feel like the 1 is dead straight if he rolls the 4 in? Don't hate it, but I'm not in love with it, that's for sure, especially if you give him the corner pocket to cue the cue ball. Yeah, which he did. But if it's dead straight, which it seems like it is the way Josh is acting, he's going to have to think about it. Can he 2-rail this ball and draw the cue ball towards the back of the 3 and the 6? Okay, he's going to 3-rail this. Watch out for the 1. You want to avoid the 1. You want to come around it from the bottom side. Figured he might elevate. 2-rail this ball. Just draw the cue ball 1 rail. Now I know you got to pound it to do that. Did good with the cue ball anyway, avoiding the 1. Okay. Definitely worth it. Josh does not overlook too many plays. Definitely a crafty player. Banks very good. Runs the balls well. Good shot maker. Breaks the balls well playing 1 pocket. Breaks the balls well playing all games. Soft kick in behind the 13 here. Nicely laid down. I don't think you can do it, but I'm a big fan of fouling. Taking a foul in behind the 3 and 6. A little surprise there. It's not exactly what he wanted. Took 1 off his side, exposed the 13 down here, I believe. What I've seen so far, Oliver, more of a role player or a high ball player. He's not a fan of elevating as much. It's kind of due to his technique or his setup, from what I see. So the key to this, in my opinion, is you don't want to bring him down here over by the penny. You're better off to leave him down here by the center diamond. You leave him over by the penny, it's easier to get him back in the stack. See how far he came over here? Now it gives him a kick to the 3. It gives him kicks. It gives him options to get him in behind the stack. If you leave him down on or somewhere around the middle diamond on this bottom rail, things can be a little more difficult. There is a straight back available here for Josh that he hasn't even looked at. He's looking to bank the 14. Okay. The old twist back. Overcut it. A little surprised he actually took that on, really. I felt like he was in a big position there to kick the 3. Yeah, does he try to get up for the pink here? Now looking at the 14, but I think it's pretty natural to just spin out towards the middle. I don't mind it. Cinch it, get out of trouble. Now, I know there's one penny right there by the corner, but I also know that Josh did foul twice. He has yet to make a ball. So we'll see what's going on there when this ball is made. Yeah, big fan of that. See how he got the cue ball more towards the middle diamond. Makes things a lot more difficult to keep cover if you're Josh. Okay, Josh was gonna move the... He did take the penny. All right. All square. He's paid up. Not familiar with Oliver's style. We're going to find out pretty quickly whether he doesn't have a problem going up table with the object balls or not. Yeah, didn't really sweep anything to his side there. Josh can bank at the 3 and try and bury him up under the 8 if he'd like. Doesn't have to. Not banking the 3 to make it, obviously. I don't fault him for this. You don't want to leave the guy straight in on the 8. Can you elevate on the 2 and kind of sweep the 5 out as well? Just slamming the 2 off the bottom rail down here, stunning the cue ball forward. I mean, I know he can see the 2. Yeah, look again, leveled out. Quickly noticed he just doesn't like to elevate at all. I don't blame him, he's got great technique. Obviously, when he's down on the ball, there's no body movement at all. The cueing is very straight. So I understand. Anytime you're elevating, your percentage of execution goes way down for most players. Matter of fact, I don't know that I've seen him elevate yet. And like here, I'm thinking, well, you just want to elevate a little bit here, play the 9 off the edge of the 6, send a couple balls to your side of the table, tuck down here towards this right diamond on the bottom rail. There is the elevation. A little unlucky to knock that ball on the side. Josh is real good at elevating that back arm. Okay. I still have not really covered any quote-unquote uptable games. This one has all the makings of it. I think you got to go to the 5 here. Just cut it towards the 9. You really got to dig a little bit. But if you shoot at this stripe to the 3, I don't believe the 3 makes contact. Could easily come back. Oh, he's thrown it. I like what he did. He threw it. Really keeping Josh down quite well here. Great cue ball. Yeah, I'll officially call this an uptable game. And another great cue ball. Such a difficult part of the game to talk about because of the amount of variables and the amount of options. A lot different if there's 2 or 3 balls or 4 or 5 balls up table, but when you've got 14 of them, well, there's usually multiple options. Not as fun to watch if you're really into one pocket, though. This is, and when you're playing, this is my favorite part of the game. This is really where the strategy comes in, the thinking ahead. Typically, I learned a lot from Efren, and he was one of the only guys that I ever knew, and I would recognize it. He was one of the only guys, Efren Reyes, that I knew that was oftentimes, when you were playing games like these, oftentimes 7, possibly 8, 9 shots ahead in his mind. He would lay traps or move a ball that he knew was going to come up 7, 8 innings later. Jack Cooney was very similar. Jack Cooney, an old school hustler, but probably one of the best crafty movers to ever live. Wasn't the best player in the world, but he beat people by moving. I was wondering what he was doing with the cue ball. Josh oftentimes looked like he's going to hit it hard the way he cues, or his stroke. Laid that down nicely. Is there a problem crossing this to your side, though? Just laying it up in the lower left corner and maybe going up with an extreme right ball, catching it pretty full, going up towards the top right. He's just going to knock it out. So far, I don't see any problems with Oliver's elevation game. Get your popcorn, maybe a recliner. Okay, he might take a peek at the 2-railer on the 13. 4 will help him if he wants to go forward. Might even be able to stun into the 4. Don't want to really flirt with that, though. Man, that was a nice hit if you let it go. Might be forced to thin off this 9. Can you 2-rail it out and just go forward? Same shot applies here on the 13 if you'd like. Once again, I would consider, if you think you can lay the cue ball down up by that chalk or just right of the corner pocket, I would consider crossing the 9 over. If I think I can get it close or make it, that's all you're looking to do is get it close and apply the pressure, especially if you can control the cue ball to the top rail. Wow, he really spun it with an outside ball. It's going to work. It's really going to work, I guess. Does the 2 play? It must not. I thought the 2 passed. This is why I didn't like going to that side of the table. Yeah, it definitely did pass. Oliver. It's gotten a little lucky there. I'll stick him to the back of the 10. Consider going up to the 6 here. Maybe just drawing. Could just well, you're elevated over the 10. I was going to say you could just softly chip the right side of the 11 and lay him behind the 15. But you're over the 10, so the touch would be tough there. Can you bank the 14 towards your pocket and tuck under those balls? It's a little chancy. Okay. Just left to look on the 7. I wasn't totally against the shot, though. I thought it was all right. Just not the best outcome. I don't know how old Josh is, but he's got to be pushing 40. He's still a great shot maker. Doesn't really like the 13. He knows he's only going to get 1. Doesn't want to happen to jar it out and leave some type of cross corner. That's why he was looking at the stripe on the left side down here. Nice shot, smoothed it in. start to get the sense he's going to pick him apart with the uptable game. Is the 3 a consideration here, or just the 7 actually is much better than the 3? It might carry something up towards the 8 and 4. Can you level out and miss the side pocket? Or do you have to draw this? Huh. Thought he could level out there and use the 4, 8, 14 as cover. Yeah, good position with the 7 as well. I don't know that he can bank the 3 here. Especially, obviously, if he's going at the 5 with the cue ball. It's not going to happen. If he feels he can miss the 5 with the cue ball, there might be some value. But is it time to push? You're only trailing 4 balls to 1. Yeah, you're going into the 5 all along. That's death. Caught the 3 pretty fat. Probably had a lot to do with going into the 5. Wow. Used all of that pocket. Playing for 3. All right, I've touched on this. It's hard to believe, and these guys are playing that ball longer than you think because it's on fresh cloth, but it's hard to believe that that ball will come short with a high cue ball, but it's just not dropping down. These rails playing very sharp. Welcome to Florida. Nothing wrong with it. It's actually nice to see on fresh cloth. What's he doing with the 6? Got a 5-1 ball lead. You could just roll up on the 3. Yeah, great cue ball. Probably roll up on the 4 now. Puts both of those balls in position to bank in the near future. Another nice cue ball, though. Boy, I feel like you could twist that stripe back that's near the 8. 15 looks dangerous to me because the cue ball seems to be going towards the 5, or maybe even worse. Yeah, good try. Very good try. Yeah, cut it a little fatter than he'd have liked. Got to make something happen here. You got to get this 6 close and butter him up under the 13. Can't reach it. 6'10" and cannot reach it. Slurpy Erpy. Nice hit. I'd consider rolling that ball in, but with the 15 where it is, there's no real value. It'll cause you more harm than good. Nothing wrong with knocking the 15 up towards the 5 and 12. This can get away from you. He's going to thin it. Very good. Well, we know the 3 will stiffen up, but it is pretty straight on, meaning the cue ball's a little bit to the right. Oh, it'll definitely hold up. I think this is a better decision. Could just roll over to the stripe nearest the 8. Don't mind thinning these or trying to open them up a little bit. Come over to the left side of the table. Don't think you intended that. You just want to cut this enough. Never seem to cut it enough. We always miss it short, but it carries position if you cut it enough. Oh, and he has. He has. Well aware. Oliver Ruuger. And play a little. Great shot. Wouldn't be too worried about anything else. Just get old Brown down. He was worried about other things, and very good effort there. Did he jiggle the 5 loose to where he can cross it towards his pocket? Back in the game, no question. It's a thin hit here. Cue ball's going to be hot. You put a lot of right on it. You could scratch in the upper right off the 11. Can he bank the 5? Not going to look at it. Or maybe did, but not going to entertain it. Scratch is on. Man, that might be an error. Good cue ball. He's got Josh's attention, that's for certain. What's wrong with rolling the 15 in here? Yeah, he's left straight back for sure here. Now, I don't know. He's also left the 2-railer. Don't know why he didn't roll the 15 in, just softly. That ball's going to come long. I love the 2-rail kick behind the 5 here. Just the speed to get to the long rail past the left side. If you happen to catch it a little thin, you just gets to the long rail just below the left side. The mistake most people play when they do kick this out 2 rails from the back side is they hit it too hard. You really don't have to hit it hard. It will make it to the left long rail quite easily. Going into this ball first like this is dangerous. It's real easy to leave a straight back. Yeah. That's the benefit of kicking 2 rails behind it. Cue ball stays down here low on the bottom rail and you get the ball to your side. It's a shot you want to practice a time or two, but boy, it's extremely effective. His speed is very good. Not quite good enough. I think he can dig. You got to aim so steep on that ball. A lot of people that haven't played that a lot are real worried about scratching. But believe it or not, you can dig real deep on the cue ball there. It's going to hold the rotation all the way to the ball. It rarely scratches. But you got to aim much deeper into the corner. Wow! Didn't expect this. Took it for granted. Yeah, he wanted to play it thin, right? Trying to cheat the pocket and actually just cut it into the point. Just took a little bit for granted. Back of your mind, you're thinking 4.5-inch pockets. I can almost hit any part of the pocket to make it. Well, he caught the point. Okay. So from what I see, doesn't have really any experience with the low ball, kicking that ball out from the right side. Typically very good at this bank. Not comfortable, maybe. Missing the 5. Jarred him a bit. He's got that one down. Really back from the dead here. Was trailing 5-1, I believe. Yeah, that's a mistake. For most guys anyway, I believe you can twist this back. Got a lot of room to get the cue ball out of the way. You can aim thinner. That's going to swallow. Yeah, you can even aim thinner on that ball and put less outside on it. Hard to believe that he's in a position where he had to follow this in. Credit to Oliver. The ongoing debate. Do you play this ball? Do you not? Do you? Do you not? I think it all depends on the ball count, for me anyway. So he's going to play the top ball. He's basically drawing the cue ball up to these three balls up in the upper right. Oh, and he's hit it sweet. His technique is very good. Very still over the ball, gets through the cue ball very good. The follow through is great. No body movement. Made that look extremely easy. If that stripe isn't frozen to the right of the cue ball, I'd consider just rolling on it. Yeah, it was worth a whack. Interesting. Why don't you just roll it up in front of stripe? Then you don't risk leaving any type of a bank. Obviously didn't. Josh is not looking at the three. You just eliminate any risk of leaving some type of straight back if you just drift it up on top of those stripes. Didn't want to bring that ball down. Can you straight back this and wrap around 1, 2, 3? The low outside ball. Wrapping the cue ball out of the lower right corner. Cue ball's going to finish up and around the pile up there, the top right. He's using a high ball here. More accurate, maybe. He definitely does not like kicking rail first with a low ball. Ruuger playing for 2, Roberts playing for 3. Now I'd consider rolling the 15 in and trying to tuck behind the 13 if it's doable. I don't know if the 3 is in the way. Otherwise, you can just shave the 3 very thin and come back out a little bit. Or you could shave it real softly. Yeah, that'll work. I feel like his awareness of where everything's going in this situation, speaking of Oliver, is a little suspect. Not picking on him, I just don't know that he's got a ton of experience on this end of the table. Putting him on the bottom rail. A little thin. It's not the worst, though. Yeah, very nice touch. The 15 doesn't cross. I feel like you can go through the 12, maybe even go into the rail and try and lay him up on the 3 and 8. It's the only thing I'm talking about there is he's a little careless of where the balls are going. I thought he'd hit that with some speed. Believe it or not, he's in a bit of a jam here now. Didn't want that to happen. Potentially an opportunity to get 2 here. Very good. Same place. He's missed that bank a few times long, a few times short. And this is doable here. It's an extreme inside ball, and you're always wanting to catch it thinner than you think. It's going to come downward regardless. Perfect. Great hit. Very good hit. When it comes to distance and accuracy, Oliver is very good. Kind of get the feeling that this rack here is the match in a lot of ways. I like chipping the 8 to your side here with an inside ball, kind of like you're crossing it. But you're not trying to make it, you're just crossing it 2 rails to your side, getting it over in front of your pocket. Going this way, really easy to leave a straight back, a 2-railer. If you go the other way, banking the 8 to the right lower long rail, over to your side, just check the cue ball 1 rail up. Now you force him to defend versus offend. Now you're on the defense. Yeah, a little thin. Josh will have a 2-railer at minimum on the 8. He's got a 1-railer on the 3 as well. Really is all a result of the shot with the ball on the spot 2 innings ago. Josh may be respecting the speed of this table a little much. His speed is great, but been a bit short with the ball speed a few times. Want to get this up and over. Lay the cue ball down. No, that's not going to get it, I don't believe, unless he ends up in a kiss. It's another free look. Might grant some type of position. He's overcooked it. Did he dunk it in the middle? Oh, wow. How did that not fall in the middle? I think it caught both knuckles. He's leaving a 2-railer here. Yeah. Is there a kiss somewhere out in the middle? Yeah, I don't know. Definitely left the two-roller on. The kiss was nowhere in play. Yeah, great speed. Big fan of really rolling to the left side of the three, just kind of laying it up over the right corner. Very soft, though, much softer than the back arm wants to act. People get a little scared of this. Is he trying to kick behind it? Is it out enough? Oh, it was. Did he drop it? What a finish, what a hit, and what a rack. Oliver Ruuger, where'd you come from? 2-0. Look at this. This ball looked pretty deep to me. He had to really get behind it. And everything off the right long rail he's been great at, especially in this rack. Take the pot, young man. Do us a favor, like, share, and subscribe. Greatly appreciate it, and greatly appreciate everybody that's tuning in. Thank you very much. I am your host, Mickey Frost, or Scott Mouse, one of the two. Very, very funny there. They're going to take a quick break, and I'll be right back. Well, we got action. I've been quite impressed. I think there are some loopholes in the uptable side of this young man's game. I don't really know how young he is. He looks quite mature to me, but, you know, maybe lacking a little uptable experience. But he's got his own style, great fundamentals. You have to say he's a slight underdog going into this match at best. Leading 2-0, and rightly so. He has been the better player. Oliver Ruuger. watch this hit here. Don't exactly know what he's looking at. Does he think the 8 might go off? It's kind of a trick shot type thing. I don't think he's going to do something like that, but the 8 potentially could play off the 1, off the 4. Meaning shoot the 14 into the 8. He's going to kind of shoot away from it and draw it. I don't know if that's what he's doing. Maybe he's just shooting at the 13. Maybe he's shooting away from it now. Josh has talked him out of that. I think that's probably the best decision anyway. Yeah, can you just shoot the 15 kind of thick with a low outside ball and kind of finish up by the right side? Here, you might have to elevate just a little bit, kind of dig into it. You can catch it pretty thick. You don't have to hit it real hard either. Just use the stack for protection. Boy, he's really elevated here. Yeah, you didn't have to elevate that much. But when you're hitting it thin, then you do want to elevate more, but there was no reason to do all that. This is no good. Does he have the straight back on the 6 where he can go forward now? Where it's not a kiss. I believe he does. It's close. Well, it looks like he can with a high right ball. Want to hit it deep, just right of the knuckle there, that upper left corner, because this table straightens out real well. But carries position. Okay, he's overlooking it. I don't believe he's overlooking it. Maybe he does think it kisses. Yeah, Josh going to look at some type of bank here, I would believe. Guess the 5 does not 2 rail. The 3-1 rails, these guys continue to not play that ball. I get it. He's trailing 2 games to 0, 1 ball to 0. I feel like you can twist this 3 back with a big future. You're going to have to take it from him. He's not going to give it to you. He's proven that. He did take a look at the 3, so I'll give him a pass. Yeah. I really didn't believe that ball was scratching. So a little surprised there. Very tough to scratch at that angle, to be honest. I mean, he's on the right side, upper right side of the table, so you got to catch it much thinner than even I expected. All right, well, this is where you really just kind of let your fundamentals... Yeah, look here. So he must have put a touch of right on it, and that's what it happened. Maybe it swerved kind of out towards the middle there. I think this is where you let your fundamentals take over. Not shooting the 4 first. Feels better with the 2, I guess. Yeah, so when he lined up for the 4 and then moved the cue ball to the 2, those are little signs that your opponent can pick up on, the commentator can pick up on, and those signs oftentimes will tell you that there's maybe a lapse in confidence or a moment where you just kind of realize you've actually got a chance to win this match. It felt like he could just shoot the 4 there and draw back to where there was really no risk. So the first big ball that we've seen Oliver Ruuger miss, and potentially was a very big ball in a race to 3, does not take much to come back. Consider cutting the 4 here, going 1 rail into the back of the 6. Wow, is he not looking at the 4? Huh. I just feel like he's completely overlooked a play there. I mean, you're close to the 4. I don't believe he even looked at it. Reprieve, another opportunity here. Now this you can still hit out of pocket speed with a low ball. Just come over by the 3rd diamond, just below the right side. You don't have to draw all the way back. It looks pretty darn good to me. A little short. That last game can be a bugger to get. Yeah, what about playing the 5 into the bottom of the 6 and wrapping around the lower left and going all the way up and maybe being able to get behind the 3? That way you can get aggressive with it. Must not be able to see enough of the 5 to cross it towards the 6. I feel like you can wrap out of this lower left corner 2 rails. Oh, very good. He could kick behind it twice. A little unlucky he's left the cross corner on. Doesn't have to play the cross corner. Yeah, can you avoid the 2? I don't know. Definitely not. All right. The air is getting thin up there for Oliver. Harder and harder to breathe. We have all been there. But it's games like this that can really jar you. You've got ball in hand, 3 or 4 balls wide open. You butcher the first ball, you're leading 2 games to 0. Then you get more opportunities. Things just kind of go sideways. Compiles, it builds, right? We'll get a chance to see how strong Oliver is mentally. Seems like a pretty sound guy to me. Doesn't give away much. I don't see anything over there in the chair that tells me that he's just completely falling apart. Tried to miss that short. If Josh wins this game, I would say this match is even money, believe it or not. Close to it anyway. Does he have a look at the 9? If not, that's cold-blooded. He cut the 8. Still not easy. The way these balls are laying, you sure don't want to miss it unless you think you can come behind the 1 here. Trick shot, made 2 and 1. wants to come behind the 1, but I think you really just got to focus on burying the 8. Nice hit, Josh. I think he's actually fallen nicely on the 6-11. That's the 6 passes. If it doesn't pass, I think it's fallen real nice, which he deserves. Nicely done. Couldn't have put the cue ball better with ball in hand there. Playing for 2. Josh did scratch. He does owe 1. 1 on the table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Six on the table. Playing for 1. Real good cue ball. No broken bones, I don't believe. Can you back cut bank the 13 to your pocket with an extreme inside ball and just check the cue ball out of the top right? You'll get the cue ball free and clear of the 3 and 1. I don't know with the high outside ball. I feel like the 3's big. Yeah. Kind of got away with that. Yeah, really all you can do. Josh will be thrilled with it, though. Yeah, unfortunately, he caught the point there. Brr. Excuse. You just got to roll up on this ball, or is he going to hit it with speed? Careful, something comes down. Yeah, really nice. Really nice. These bigger pockets, this is actually tough to get out. Well done. He's good at digging behind that ball. He's going to leave the 13 straight back, but he's very good with the inside ball, digging behind the object ball. Yeah, what about just rolling the 13 and 1 in? I don't know if you can force something past the 3. Yeah, good cue ball. Real good cue ball. Very nice shot. Josh Roberts back from the dead, literally. Back in action. It's his break. Boy, if this isn't close to even money now, I don't know what it is. Obviously, just don't know how Oliver's going to respond. It's hard to get the ball in hand miss out of your mind. Now Josh kind of feels like he's got new life. Let's see if he catches a kiss. He's very good at avoiding it. Yeah, look at this break. I think he's got one of the best breaks in the business with the cue ball out more towards the center, or where he did with the open bridge. One of the best breaks in the business, in my opinion. Open bridge, cue ball a little bit more out towards the center. Josh definitely up at the top on the fresh cloth, and I think that's credit to one of the reasons his tournament game is so good. Playing one pocket. And granted, his 9-ball break is great as well, so is his 10-ball break. You are really gambling there at that speed. That could have gone all types of wrong. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, back in big trouble. Back in big trouble. This could be a quick game. If there was ever a time to take a break, felt like it would have been after that last game for Oliver. I don't hate it. Looking at straight back to 1. Just coming to 1-2 back over the left side of the table. Excuse me, straight backing the 10 1 rail. Coming 1-2 back to the left side of the table. Starting to get a little dizzy. I apologize. What's he looking at here? The 5? Almost like the 10 more. Elevating as well? I like the 10. You know you're going to get the cue ball back to the left side of the table. Well, pretty darn good. He wanted to splatter. I don't blame him. Really nice. Josh can come off the 2, sending something to his side, getting down behind the 14. Do the same thing with the 11, but I don't think you can do as much damage. Using the 2, you might get something real close. Or possibly in. Things are looking up for the Roberts camp. Yeah, really all about threading the needle there between the 9 and the 12. I believe the 5 trickles past here. Taking a little extra time, Josh. I get it. He recognizes where he's at. He knows how important this rack is. Say he becomes a, I don't know, 7-5 or 7.5-5, maybe 8-5 favorite going into the next game, even though it's Oliver's break. Oliver has not broke the balls extremely well. Don't believe he wanted to be there. Still got to hit this clean. Probably track between the 12 and the 11. What will he have next? Oh, he's hit it fat. Did he get away with it? Yeah, the 1 hit something. It kind of rocked back real bad, but I don't think it hit something during contact. That was just butchered. What do you got, Oliver? What are you doing? Oh, the clean sweep with a little stickage to the 15. How do you do? Yeah, this was really actually by design. You knew the 4 was going to rip the 1. I don't know about the cue ball. But once again, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. It's going to earn him something. You have to press on the gas from here, in my opinion, whether it's the 13, the 15. Can't quite tell if he can see the 7. I believe he can, and that's real bad for Josh Roberts, what's he looking at here? The 8? Boy, I felt like he could cross the 7 and get up by the right side. Josh can bury him now below the 14 and 8 if he'd like. I don't know if the 7 banks clean. If it does, and he can go forward. Taking a look at the pink. Or the 4. I hate it when people say the pink. When we're commentating 9 ball, though, it's just easier because we're actually looking at the colors. The TV balls are so much different. Oh, I think you got a rub off the cue ball there. Unless there was some type of a lag. Hope we get another look at that later. I don't know. Can't look at it now. Neither here nor there. It went in, and it's open season. Funny how things change, isn't it? Everything changes. There are swings in one pocket like there are in any cue sport. And any other sport, for that matter. Playing for 2. Yeah, a little bit of a not up there, but he'll take it. I think he can sneak into the back of the 8. That'll work. Roberts on the hill. Quickly. You just had that feeling it was coming. Take a close look at this. I feel like the 7 feathered the cue ball. Look at how short the 7 looked. I believe it did feather the cue ball. The 7 looked like it was going short. It doesn't change angle there. A nice replay. Greatly appreciate it. To the producers in the back. Having a little bit of fun. Needs a good break here. I do like the fact that he put the cue ball out just a bit more. Want to catch the head ball a little thicker. That'll work. Yeah, that'll work. Now, do the fundamentals hold up for one more game for Oliver Ruuger against the experienced Joshua Roberts? Gonna have to work a little magic here. Get out of this trick jam. Yeah, I don't mind what he's looking at there. Looking at splashing the 15 towards like the 2, drawn up to the top right corner. And tucked down here. Interesting. Okay, went up top. Nice cue ball. Very nice cue ball. I don't know what it's going to get him, though. I think you can come off like the right half of the 12 and put Josh back in the pile. Or even just lay him down on the right side of the table is okay. Yeah, if you have to, just come soft off of the right edge of the 12. Now I believe that shot's available. Can he splatter the 15 towards the 2-3? Double Oliver up on the 10 and 4. Splattering. Things are changing. What does the 9-5-14 look like? Boy, is he considering this combination? I would take a peek at the stripe in the top right corner. Consider maybe rolling it in because these balls are still favoring Oliver. You lay that cue ball in the top right corner, you'd force Josh to maybe kick at the 4. Now he's taking a look. 13's a big ball that's working for Oliver. If you rolled that stripe into the top right. What's he looking at there? Or is he going to shoot the combination? Looks like he is. Danger. It's just one of those awkward ones. And if you're worried about the cue ball at the same time, it makes it so much more difficult. He's got to come with one here. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Does the one pass? If you're drawing it, what's next? So the 3 plays, the 13 for sure. Yeah, I don't know. Felt like he could go forward pushing the 3 there. Here's the problem. If you come into the back of the 3, if the 3 doesn't play, and you come into the back of it, now you're steep on the 6. He's acting like the 3 does play. Well, that changes everything. Now you can go up and split the 7 and 15. Always going to have a look at the green. Oh, he went heavy into the 7. That's even better. If you feel you can get through it. I mean, I don't know what Josh really did wrong, though, there. I don't mind leaving my opponent that off-angle combination. Yeah, I like what he looked at there. You don't want to overdraw off the blue 2 when you shoot the 15 because you could end up behind the 10 and 5. So to keep it safe, maybe just pinch back a little or just stop once you run into the 2. You're always going to get a look at the 6. He's not shooting the 15 now. Wow. Interesting. Great cue ball. Playing for 3. See, the heart rate's up. His movements are quite a bit quicker. Yeah, does the 10 play next? Or does he have to power through this? Powering through. Is he going to get a look? Oh, we got action. This might be far from over. I really don't know where he went wrong there. Kind of felt like earlier he could have shot the 15, punched the 2 out towards his side, then cut the 6, then everything kind of opens up. Instead, he shot the 6. Very good. Wow, that 9 just kept cooking. That changes everything. Josh can afford to bank at the stripe now. The 14. Kind of a big ball. Yeah, you just get the feeling this is a long way from over. Oh, wow. I did not expect him to hit it thin like this. That helped Oliver moving the 9. I think Josh was trying to marry him up behind the 2 and 9 instead of really focusing on the 12 into the 14. Does a 7 cross? The 8 and 11 are tied up. The 5 and 10 are tied up. Can you bank the 12? Excuse me, can you bank the 14? Well, here we go. Josh has a look at the 14. Gonna have to go forward. Just gonna roll onto the 10. Been a crazy match, to be real. Can't help but think of my buddy Dominic Dunn. He's probably got a sweater on this one. Typically got the wrong side. So I'm sure he's got Oliver. Excuse me, he's probably got Josh. I don't know who he's got. I'm just joking. And I don't know who's going to win. I almost like Josh in this position. Crazy to say that when he's trailing 6 balls to 1. It's just hard not to go with the experience. Tell you what though, Oliver's impressed me quite a bit. I do not see a lot of weaknesses in his game. I think his biggest weakness would be experience in this setting. Josh has a double bank on the 5 at worst. I think he can bank the 8. Yeah, I think he can twist the 8 back. Is he looking to twist the stripe in front of him? Boy, he's really got to turn it. Look at that ball turn. At that speed. Wow. He could have been a lot worse for Roberts. I cannot believe how much that ball held up. Great effort, really. I thought he'd just kick behind that ball. Yeah, that's not going to get it unless he gets past the 9. Yeah, 6-1 ball lead. You've got to get rid of the 10 here. Get it up and over to your side. Yeah, real good. I like the effort he puts into the defensive plays. Yeah, that's not very friendly right there. Josh has got to protect against a lot now. Going rail first on the 10. Couldn't have done much better, I don't think. Hits that ball very well. Doesn't want to make it in the side. Never fails. One of the reasons he hits that ball very well is how he gets over the cue ball. It's just very in line with everything. Back foot a little bit out of place, front foot, the shoulder, everything just in line. A little bit out of line there. That shot can be a little trickier than you think. Going forward clean, knocking that ball out 2 rails. Any miss hit, you can scratch. Looks like it's going to be a battle to the very end. Yeah, he got the 5 in a good position, but didn't get the cue ball down where he needed to. I think you've got to take a look at the 7 here and maybe go into the 5. Payoff is huge. Look at the 7 just shorten up. He had a left ball. Obviously, ball in hand for Ruuger. He scratched directly into the side. Didn't think it was possible, obviously. Watch the 7, though. He's putting a left ball on it. Welcome to Florida. You put a left ball like that on a diamond here in Arizona with new cloth, you might miss it 2 feet to the right. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I think it plays more true like that. I like a short table. You can do a lot more with the ball. Notice the extra time Ruuger's taking. His last ball in hand visit was a bit suspect. And look at this. Does he have a look on the 8? Kind of cinched it. Gotta expect this is a big win for Oliver. I can tell he's a great player. I can tell he's beat a lot of very good players, but this is a big win in this situation. No losses either. Oh boy. Yeah, he just kind of cinched that shot with ball in hand. I think you got to shoot it, though, if it's cuttable. Unless you're worried about a scratch, maybe off the 9 or into the top Left corner. Make sure to get enough of the 8 here, though. You don't want to not get it to the hole. Oh, that's not going to get it. We got action. Ruuger playing for 1. Yeah, it's the 9 and 2 next. A little hot. Don't believe the 8's bankable. Nice hit, though. Just bank this thin to your side and leave him kind of by the chalk up there past the right side pocket. Just pinch it with an inside ball. Yeah, definitely no time to panic for Ruuger. He's in the driver's seat here. It's easy to get a bit antsy. He's got a 2-railer on the 10. And it's a 2-railer I think you take unless it's straighter than it looks to me. He's been good off this right long rail. He's actually been great off the right long rail. Yeah, a little quick. A little quick. Banking this just in front of the left side here. That's really all he's trying to do. Big value in understanding the kick behind this ball to where you can just stick the cue ball. Leaving him pretty flat on the 10, you can kick the 8 to your side of the table. You don't have to do that. It's tricky. With a high inside ball, you don't have to hit it real hard. You're most likely going to hold the cue ball there. Where people go wrong with this shot is 2 things. Number 1, they don't ever really hit it deep enough. And number 2, they tend to want to overhit it, thinking they have to hit it real hard to kill the cue ball. It's got nothing to do with that. It's the rotation of the cue ball that's going to stop it, not the speed. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. I've noticed he's done this multiple times the last couple of games. You're really just leaving a layup for Josh if he happens to bury this 9. He can actually win the game. I've seen it done many times from this position. Does it have the pace? Does it have the pace? Well, great hit. Really best case scenario for Ruuger right there. I believe he's left the bank now. Something he doesn't like about it, he wants to move the 10. Oof. That was real close to being very bad for Oliver. And believe it or not, that ball actually helps Oliver. Hanging there on the side. He probably doesn't know it, but it does. That's why Josh is looking at it now, but tough to keep Oliver off the cross on the 8. Even if you get it to the top rail, he's going to have a free type of cross. Playing for 1. Do not let up here. You want to get the cue ball high. Now you don't have to get it all the way up. Oh, he's hit it super sweet. Oliver Ruuger. Going to win in good fashion there at the end. He has no losses. Josh Roberts. He's still in the event. When we started, we had 11 players. We will be back. Congratulations to Oliver Ruuger. I'm impressed with his play. Don't worry, Josh Roberts isn't going anywhere, and neither are we. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back soon.